Hello everyone, and what is going on? Hyperion-Blue-GT here. Third week of August is about to be ready to roll out for today's weekly challenge on Gran Turismo 7. This will have to take 3 events we'll be using to have the Volvo V40 art design will be participate and compete the European Sunday Cup 400 at Kyoto Driving Park Yamagiwa, plus a special event is now being featured at Archer Norwood Reverse Direction, and of course Dragon Trail Seaside in Racer Turbo Sports Car is about to go tested, and putting up to have some other 2 events we'll be using on the Nürburgring Sprint for the Japanese 4-wheel drive challenge 600 with using Japanese vehicles, and World Touring Car 800 at Suzuka Circuit to get 3 prizes and 3 types of credit ticket to go separation by a grand total of 800,000, 500,000, 200,000 and 100,000 GT credit will have to be finishing up and compete all 5 events at once. Better be ready folks, it's about to go sweet and success of a credit to go by requirement to have some 3 cars we'll be featuring in this part of the segment. As always, if you're new to my YouTube channel, be sure click the subscribe button, then leave a like and comment at the section down below. Check out the links on the description if you want to see more. Don't forget to click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos in the later future. Let's get ready to go and start for today's weekly challenge. Since last week was very good to be enjoyable to have the other 5 events including the BAC Mono as a first round in special event at Brands Hatch Grand Prix Circuit. It's all about having a track day focused road car is quite very good to be single seat only, as I'm about to be well prior to the Trial Mountain Circuit in 1 hour endurance on driving missions to human comedy. As of right now, after finishing from the Porsche Cup on Kyoto Driving Park in the Yamagiwa section is now being pass result on first. So now, European Sunday Cup 400 will have to take the first round, will be entered by debut as I'm using with a 2013 Volvo V40 art design 2013 with the Odd Nation cartoon themed livery variation to go color in blue. I just created myself just like the purple theme variation with a different car number is now being placed up and have some different of car settings will go down to have some 3 races with using the same car. If possible, just have to grab a different Volvo vehicle to go for the 1990s will be quite suitable for success and basic on road going moment out there to have 2 laps around on the forward course. So I had to be ready. It'll have to take first round, we'll be stepping in until the other 2 events will have to go on different road car and race car category type to be using on the Japanese all-wheel drive 600 and WTC 800 at Suzuka Circuit, followed by after the Nürburgring Sprint. So here I come, gonna have to be ready up and starting out to be on the 8th position to go on rolling start to have some 2 tips from Gran Turismo drivers on Busnelli and Zimmerman. Ciao, I'm Marco Busnelli from Italy. Did you know that a Volvo estate once completed in a European touring car race? It happened at the British Touring Car Championship in 1994. The car was the 850 estate, and did it ever cut a fine figure on the track? Now it's my turn to compete in the Volvo estate. I feel so honored. Yep, looks like Marco Busnelli is now driving on the estate by having a first position is now being on the head start. And let's see how Zimmerman will explain about the B40 art design to explain all about the modern day vehicle. I'm Floris Zimmerman from the Netherlands. I just love the engine that powers this Volvo V40 art design. Not only does it pack a punch, but it transfers 5-cylinder layout is rather unique. Uncommon though it may be, it has a long history of Volvo. It also powered the 1991 Volvo 850. Truthful and understandable to have 2 Volvos will be featured to have 1 event on European Sunday Cup 400. I can't say I got my good own kind of a 340 T5 art design and get set. And get set will be on the 8th position rolling start to go finish in 3rd place or higher. 3 seconds, and here I go, you guys. The Volvo V40 T5R Design Alt Nation Cartoons Edition is about to go on the 8th position before entered at turn 1. Better have enough speed to catch up on 2 Pescia driven by Bossby Beer Boris in the 208 GTI by Pescia Sport 2014 and Milani in the RC set. That's 1 down, 6 more to go, and climbing up to be on the S turns, we'll go smooth up and drive around by using the apex. Gap distance are about to go down in about 7.6 seconds as Sector 2 will be entered on the way. Take the 135R will be steady up on the left, and there goes Coque Lopez moving up on the 4th position by overtake the Mini Cooper S 2005. But good smooth sailing on understeer driving, and going down on the hill by reaching up by Sector 3 will be entered to take the first chicane. Heads up, got to go proceed with caution, and I have a good eye on 2 Volvo on Marco Pesnelli and Eb Zimmerman. Hill climb up I go, and I have a good eye on the Volvo 240 Estate. Make that pass and overtake the station wagon, and then Zimmerman is on the way to go catch up on the Volkswagen Polo GTI 2014. Down to 2.7 seconds. Almost there by reaching up at the end of the 3rd sector to go proceed on Sector 4. That's more like it. Dive down on chicane 2, slow and steady, and keep that line to go simple on full amount of slipstream by the less. And there goes the 50R on the final turn. Just keep it nice and steady. Good concentration. And good push on the torque. Okay, looks like Launay is currently to be in the 1st position to stay on top, and then the final lap is about to go arriving and early overtake. Okay, time to slow down and deaccelerate as I just took the faster lap time by 2 minutes. 10.201 seconds is now being checked on basic workout to go faster on the lap. So you know, folks, 2 kinds of Volvo for this part of the segment if you already did for only 1 race event to be participated by debut. Can't say that the classic and modern Volvo will always have to do the best time to go for the comeback in every Gran Turismo games since Gran Turismo 4 back from 2005. But not to mention, every kind of station wagon to go for original type ever since from the British Touring Car Championship to be well original to have a race modification until being exactly to have some different forms and different styles on Volvo cars. So now, gonna have to get back on chicane 1 in Sector 3, stay on the line and work together. Always have to keep racing well to stay clean and have the gap distance. We'll go further up on the defense as the Sport Stop tires is now being checked on the calculation. Now for the 35R on hairpin 1. Slow it down, nice and neat. And now for the final sector in number 4, we'll have to take the last 2 turns. We'll go full final stretch. Just have to keep it passive and keep it well styled, and then chicane 2 to be cleared to be onward by the 50R at the final turn in hairpin 2. So watch the line and steadier as it goes. Looks like the Volkswagen is still trying to pack up with some defense as Zimmerman is going on the offense. There goes the checker flag, and successful to be outstanding by finishing up in 1st position by receiving a green check mark. So there you go, folks. No sign of buffering interruption, and that's why every part of the segment always must have to be perfect. So let's proceed and tally out the results because the total time of today is 4 minutes, 16.275 seconds, with a faster lap time I took was 2 minutes, 6.074 seconds. Very good, and certain amount of parts with using Sport Stop is all about to have some helpful tips to go with some recommendation. That's why Clean race bonus, we'll always have to get it done and receive by 37,500 GT credit, and exactly to go by receiving 100,000 GT credit for only 1 down and 2 more to go. Now for the replay to zoom in and take a good look at this brand new kind of a color variation, and still exactly to have a car number to be well placed as well. But a possibility will have to go by a memo request to me, just make any kinds of different color scheme to the same Volvo V40 T5 Art Design Odd Nation Cartoons edition. But of course it is, I just really enjoy watching the latest episode of Dispenser Camp All-Stars in the motel. I kinda say, what makes something else that could be quite giving a frightening moment? Nina is being possessed by something else with kind of demon powers. I mean, I just feel so crazy to see she is controlling Aiden when being touched by him. Well, I know it's Hunter who's using Nina to distract Aiden when trying to get the totem on top of the motel sign. But don't worry folks, I've been still trying to be thinking about it because it gives me a lot of creeps that I just don't want to see that horrific moment. It shivers me out. It really shivers me out. I just having a nightmare of a phobia. Okay, I feel much better. I think I just feel much more better that I just really had to watch it again. But anyhow, replay save, and let's go moving up to Object Nowhere for race number 2. I got some good news to let you guys know to check it out on the community tab on my channel. UDRS Character Pick is back for support Dispenser Camp All-Stars for a 2-part finale, and a single week is going to take place on August 31st and September 7, 2024. Who will win in the final 3, so I had to find out to take a good guess by choice. Should it be Allie, Jake, or Rhea? Well, my main guess, if I had to go between Allie or Jake, both of them just made it so far out there to be part of Team Agenda and the Heroes Alliance, and especially for Rhea, have already made it so far out there just like Season 2. But she's still the last remaining stand on the Villains Alliance. But maybe just have to call it for only 2 for Heroes versus 1 for Villain. But I'll have to find out soon enough because I'll be hosting to become as the judge of appraisal to be exactly until the 2-part finale on August 31st and September 7th. So right now, we're about to be heading up to Object Nowhere for race number 2. We'll be entered on a special event by having a 1-make category to be using with the Volvo V40 T5 art design is about to be set and go on the reverse direction in about 6 laps. Hope I'm ready, because the best option will always have to do the matter of settings to go by quick up minor adjustment. But I still have some 2 available settings is now putting up to have a copy. We'll be putting up with some parts will be listed and go potentially use. So it's about to go by a minor of adjusted performance to go suitable, and adding up down to the setting sheets will have to be prepared to go at the ready. So everybody is about to be choosing any kinds of different colors on the same V40 T5 art design, and settings will have to go adding up to have 2 options with the normal on the dispenser cup settings on for set and number 2 of the settings. Got to go calculate performance to going up into 551.46. Up I go. For a rolling start, we'll be embraced to finish in 3rd place or higher. We'll climb up to get up onto the top 3. Let's do it, and take the first turn to go elevated on the lap. Got to deaccelerate slowly and let the behind procedure to go quicker than overtake. So there you go, that's 1 down, 10 more to go. Just have to go around by turn number 3 and pass on in to go by turn 4. Same as ever, just like you're about to be participate in the World Rally Challenge Group B edition, as I remember back then, by finishing in 3rd place will have to save my best reputation. But close call, we'll always have to keep a good tough as nails. We'll have to toughen up and get mastered on some different corners around on Object Nowhere. Just like the forward direction to be using on racing car category. But all we have to do some more practice as we're about to go down on wheel car type in 1-make category. So it's going up on the hairpins of Ascension Hill Climb. We'll have to stay on forward to be passed by in hairpin 1 and 2. Now for hairpin 3 to go slow down, nice and neat. Just let Thompson to go past and make a good clear exit on hairpin 4 at the final turn. That's more like it. Take a good skill and make a sweetened success of a credit. First lap down, moving on in lap 2. Just you wait to see how the trap courses to go on reverse direction will be prior to the lap time challenge. But I can't wait after finishing on the Subaru Impreza rally car on the forward direction. However, if any road car can actually have to take on in Audrey Norwood by having a forward or reverse direction, just to see how the matter of method to go tested up to have the latest driving physics to go well tested up to go on improvement. But we still get the hang of it. It takes matter of practice and get used to it to do some matter of concentration to go with some few turns with elevation. Now back on the Ascension Hill Climb by 4 hairpins. Got a good eye on 4 more Volvo V40 T5 art designs to go. Slow and steady. Make a good line check. Pass on exit to go by hairpin 4. Full straight will be stepping up on hill climb to have a good eye view to be around on the tram. There you go. Halfway mark and just have to go pass by on the tram. We'll be back on turn 1. Alright, Johansson is on the 4th position. Time to go squeeze right in. Understeer on the FF cornering basic to have a main line and 3 more to go. That's more like it. Give a good blue Alt Nation cartoon forward and stay clean to be concentration. Got it. 3rd place, then 2 more to go. Okay, the grab is on the 1st. Got to be very careful, nice and slow. And there you go. 1st place in the lead for Alt Nation Cartoons with a themed livery on the same Volvo V40 T5 art design is now going up and onward to have 3 more to go remaining towards the end of the 3rd. Just have to go up and climb on forward to be on the 4th lap. We'll be on the way to have the 1st turn to get back in and keep practice well to do the exactly to make a good use and better to take it. Okay, gonna have to go steady clear on turn 3 and turn number 4. Pass on to go clear sector 1 to go again by sector 2. Make that good left turn corner by crossing around by the platform of the bridge. Solid fine work, and average lap time for the 3rd is 1 minute 18.89 seconds after my faster lap time was 1 minute 16.704 seconds. Now gonna have to take the hill climb again on 4 hairpins. Just the right line and keep it well steer on the FF drivetrain layout to keep it nice and smooth. A much more counter understeering will be quite good to help out. Now here comes the penultimate lap on number 5 as the 4th lap will be going check and clear to be passed on forward to go again. New lap time record is 1 minute 16.370 seconds. We'll always have to go faster and toughen up. Just here comes the right brake zone to go right in before proceed onward, passing through onto the pit lane tunnel. Just the way it goes, and few other opponents in the same V40 T5 is still actually trying to catch up to my current position as I'm at in 9.6 seconds to go for the minus. fortune favors the Sweden success, and do some 4 hairpins to go climb up and toughen up to go by slow of deceleration and acceleration by the modest of mobility. So that's 10.4 seconds. Now for the final sector again to have third hairpin, and right back again on hairpin 4 to go steer well to the left. Well, I can't say that a few other spectators is now really want to see some Volvo to be racing in action. This is it, folks. Final lap, and this is going to be quite good to be enjoyable, and riding on in to have that tram to be seen onward to be around on half part of the area. Got to keep a good watchful eye on the tram when we're racing. This pole of the line is where you can see it. Okay, here comes the next turn to go back in. Steer well, directly, and keep it lined up to be simple and clean. Few other drivers are still actually trying to keep up and make their way to get back onto the group. But separation has to take some effort to go minimum of part requirements to go adjusted and have some better handling by performance. That's how. The only question is that you have to race well to be using with the Volvo V40 T5 design in the 1-minute category for having a third round of the special event. This will have to take some basic and real going competition to be using with 3 kinds of compound in sports category. And there's the checker flag. Finish and go with number 1 spot has now been received by 2 check mark and about 3 more to go. Now that's what I call a Sweden sports car is now actually to have a compact hatchback to go racing on the course. Very excellent and good to be exactly, for the total time is 7 minutes 46.346 seconds, as the fastest lap time I took was 1 minute 15.989 seconds. So that's a very good achieved by the first position, and 127,500 GT credit has now been doubled up and proper warm up to go exactly by 16.4 added with 9.1 equals 25.6, with almost to be received having a roulette ticket for a daily. So now we're having a quick halftime to do some replay to take a good look and use the playback position to come around. Okay. Now for the hill climb ascension of 4 hairpins around by Sector 3 and Sector 4. Got to zoom in and let's have a good look by having a 1 chance of capture thumbnail image. That was on hairpin number 4. Just have to be patient and go by a full straight. So there you go. 1 capture thumbnail image has been checked, and save a content replay for number 2. There you go. Now, let's go to Dragon Trail for race number 3, and Race Up Turbo Sports Car will be well tested and have a racing compound tires will be at the ready to have some more additional parts will be set and take on with some turbocharged vehicle for only 1 matter of fully charged aspiration is now being required to be finished in 3rd place or higher. Take place to be on the seaside course layout we'll be using on the forward direction. Just like last time from Grand Valley Highway 1 on reverse direction in the same event. But 5 laps, we'll have to take a good quick detour to be skipped on by penultimate, as I'm about to be using to be racing on the Nürburgring Sprint in Japanese 4-wheel drive challenge 600. But one more thing, just had to go adding up and place on dispenser cup settings number 2 to go adding up with racing medium compound tires to go putting up and add with racing soft tires. Just add by 37,000 GT credit, purchase, check, and go quick equipped. There you go. By almost 600 performance point, and that is 595.47 PB to be checked and good to go for having a 1 turbocharged challenge to see how faster can a Volvo V40 T5 R design can go. It's all about having a test and a challenge to see which is exactly to do for only 1 Volvo will face up with different specific vehicles in the turbocharged vehicle to be embrace it and give it much more push to be exactly to have a better push of the torque. But looks like Braulio Gallo is here for only one tip of the interaction to explain about the different vehicle. I'm Braulio Gallo, the GT World Series 2021 champion from Italy. Today, I'll be competing in the 2022 Civic Type R. The Civic Type R is an FF sports car, meaning it has a front engine, front drive configuration. FF cars are thought to have trouble with taking corners, but this Civic Type R will prove otherwise. Alright, Braulio Gallo, I see you right now, and you're on the number 6 position to be driving in the FL5 Honda Civic Type R. Perfect, and I'll have to be your challenger for today's competition to have an additional on race of turbo sports car will be set and good to go. Well, I just really getting a little bit more nervous about having one turbocharged vehicle to be equipped on racing tires to have some few important parts we'll have to go adjust it and tame it to go by counter steering. So up I go, take the first turn and watch yourself to go braking on turn 2 to climb up a little bit to be at turn 3. Just like doing the corkscrew and make it a little bit more ascend to catch up with the Mercedes AMG C63S and Nissan Skyline GTR R34. That's more like it. Just tame it and go by having a first part of the session to get closer by moving up on Sector 2. But I have a good eye on Jose Serrano on the Ford Sierra RS 500 Cosworth is on the 13th position. Just have to be careful, nice and neat. Going up on gear 4, take the S turns and catch up the Sierra RS 500 Cosworth to be down on the 14, and the Odd Nation Cartoons livery of the Volvo V40 T5 art design is now climbing up on the 13. But heads up, first hairpin is coming in, and I have a good eye on W. Murdoch on 12th place in the Alfa Romeo Giulia GT8M. And there's Guy Barbara is on scene by position number 11. Dead chicane up by go, and watch yourself, one car line up at a time and take a patient to go pace up and without having contact. Okay, looks like the Giulia GT8M has a good push. Let's see how the V40 can actually try to catch up and go to the final turn on hairpin 2. However, all-wheel drive and F-bar sports car has to be a bit more characteristic to go by oversteering, but understeering in FF cars will do the trick and see how faster and tough enough to do some corners. So first lap down, moving on in lap 2. Got to be more careful on the Giulia GT8M. Close call and good eye on signal. There we go. Mikhail Hazal is on the 9th position in the Subaru Impreza 22B STI. Good eye guess, and I'll have to go by number 9 spot. Dive on in. Gap distance will close in about 20 seconds remaining. There's Emily Jones on the BMW M2 competition on the Sapphire Blue in position 8. Time to catch up to her, and I'll have to be on the way on Sector 2. Alright, there's Robert Heck on 7th place. Different style on the M2 competition, and I'll have to be on the way and go pushing up on the torque. Takuma Minasono on the 6th position in the Subaru WRX STI Type S. I see Braulio Gallo on the 2022 Honda Civic Type R FL5 is now on the 5th. Let's get in and overtake. Very good. Now, time to do the dead chicane to go quick and exit as Sector 3 will be moving up onward. So only 4 more cars to go, and I have a good eye on Eb Knox. driving on the Toyota GR Yaris RC High Performance First Edition 2020. Good on the red, and good sporty on the all-wheel drive hatchback to go sporty on thrill of the racing. Okay, halfway there folks. Down to 12 seconds to go on the gap to catch up with Daniel Solis, Igor Fraka, and T. Yamanaka. I see them as they're about to go by turn number 3 to go clear and move their way to head up on turn 4. The simple choice is, using the Volvo is very more challenging to have a standard version of the engine if a swap engine might be quite good to come out soon or exactly in future updates until now. Well, at least if I had to take a good look on the GT Auto to have some engine and maintenance. So back on board to have Sector 2. Here it goes. Round 3, we'll do the S-turns to smooth in and drive carefully. But there's a double on the Supra with a normal on the Mark IV and Mark V GR RC. Let's give it a little bit more push and be on patient to go stay behind with 2 Supras on the first hairpin. Okay, Yamanaka just took the pass overtake on the second position before I'm about to come right in. Good offense and double pass on overtake with both Toyota Supras will get back in on the dead chicane. Make that good line to go quick and exit without losing a center of the gravity. Good bounce and force of the feedback. We'll have to catch up on the garage. RCR Honda Civic is now being seen on the first. So here it goes. It's a battle between the standard tuned version of a touring car versus a professional tuned Honda Civic EG model. By the 4th lap, we'll have to go by penultimate if the Alfa Romeo Giulia GT-AM is about to go swoop in and make that best push of the advantage before 2 of the FF cars is about to have a one-on-one showdown to go underway. Solis takes the turn 2 and climbing up on turn 3. So I got him on sight. Go on full slipstream to be on the full push. We'll have to take that major step of the lineup to go around by turn number 4. And there goes turn number 5. Make that counter understeer to stay on the line and work a progress to get in and make a good clear to be exit on sector 1, then go pass on sector 2. Alright, let's switch up to the interior view and give it a better driving action. Alright, there we go. Overtake the garage RCR Civic. I'm in the lead and give it more best defense to keep up with the Odd Nation cartoon themed livery variation. Will stay on top of the first position while the tuned Civic is now currently on the second. But close call and rack up the defense to go increase a little bit. Final sector on the 4th lap on the way. Let's keep it nice and clean and make it nice and tight. So far so good, and no sign of further mistaken problem on the brakes and suspension around to be well exactly to do some more proper full capable balance. But I'm always have to be well tested and give it more default to see how challenging can it get. So here comes a current standard time as I just took the faster lap by 1 minute 55.291 seconds as the final lap is about to go calling in. So I had to make one good shot at this to stay well balanced to be using with a single turbocharged FF hatchback. But it takes a lot of skill and further requirements to have some different settings will go organized just like all the other Gran Turismo players to do some settings of request. But for me, this is all about taking one first step to go challenging up to be well equipped with the racing soft tires, then it will have to go proven up and be tested about it. So I have a good eye on the gap by 2.7 seconds on Daniel Solis from second position. Looks like W. Murdoch is on the 6th position to catch up on to Robert Heck, followed by Igor Fraga and T. Yamanaka on 3rd position. The Alfa Romeo Giulia GT8M is about to go quicker to be toughened up on the offense. Will have to stay on the top 5 position. Come on, make that first hairpin to go check. Proceed onto the right. Final sector will take the final dead chicane to go quicker without a contact. And very good to be swooped and clean, and faster can it go to be onward to be on a shaded tunnel. Will go exit to be onward at turn number 2 of the hairpin. Final corner, this is it. Just only have one car after having some 3 events on the weekly challenges in the 3rd week of August is about to be done before the penultimate will be heading up to the Nürburgring in sprint course layout. So there you go. Green checkmark number 3 is now being received by 200,000 Gran Turismo credit by 2 more to go. Alright, very good, and Detour will have to come around, will have to take the final step, will have to be patiently later on in race number 5. So it's all done for now for the Volvo V40 T5R Design 2013 with the Odd Nation Cartoons livery variation in blue. Total time is 9 minutes, 51.616 seconds. From lap number 3 I took from the fastest, a minute, 55.291 seconds. Well, it takes a lot of tears and sweat, and same as ever from the special event, 127,500 GT credits. But thank you Clean Race Bonus, and Roulette Ticket has now already been received and checked. And that will be a very good 200,000 GT credit will be received as a second phase of the prize. Now onto the replay. Let's have a good check to go by playback position to have 2 cars on professional tune and real car. Let's see. Choose any available duration to go by reverse. Let's give it a little playback. And there it is. Right at the scene. Just to make sure if I had to go around by having myself on 2nd position and go by position 1. Okay, maybe the scene is very good what I need. Okay, so that's a 1 thumbnail image captured, or maybe exactly, this scene is very good to be indeed. Okay, that's a good captured thumbnail image, exit, and save a replay for another part on the penultimate. We'll be on the way to be heading forward to the Japanese 4-wheel drive challenge 600 at the Nürburgring Sprint. We'll be ready to go for taking on with Japanese road car versus a 454 pickup truck is about to be set, and given much more required parts will have to be amped up in all-wheel drive. So let's go. And this time for car number 2 for this segment is I'm using with the Toyota Tundra TRD Pro 2019 with a dispenser cam fan art livery, Marcus and Nina as a theme of variation. So only one more thing to have some certain part of requirement is I just made a new sheet. Sports Stop tires is down. Okay. Sports Stop tires is now checked. Full control computer is now being equipped. Low end torque supercharger check. Racing intercooler is good. All kinds of certain parts are now being fitted, equipped, and installed, along with the suspension is fully customized and the LSD as well. Performance point is now being checked and calculated to be at 568.97 performance point and 573 horsepower is exactly to go for a better potential and rack up the good horsepower rather than taking 3 stages on weight reduction. So let's find out and let's be prepared. a pickup truck to see how faster and tough enough to take on with some Japanese road cars is going to be a very interesting challenge for this part of the segment. But I know everything is part Japanese and American pickup truck to see how faster to be drivable to be on the tarmac. But if possible, prefer to be driving on off-roading to see how much it more enjoyable to be exactly to see how differences to go by comparison. So off I go and make a good penultimate to be on number 4. We'll have to step it in to go by racing at the Nürburgring Grand Prix in sprint course layout. But I know, I still remember I just said earlier about Nina that she's been possessed with an inner demon, that she has powers to control Aiden by touching her. Yep, I know, Aiden's still really afraid of Nina that she is gone full demon for a puppet. Well, I just really might need to have a little bit more time to take some relax on sensory. So off I go, and let's see how the test can actually to go by a better amount of challenge. So 9 Japanese road car versus 1 454 pickup truck in 3 laps will be underway. But other Gran Turismo players might have to take a good look at the suspension cam fan art livery as I'm using on the Toyota Tundra TRD Pro in the All-Stars variation. But not to mention because 2 of the spin-off series is about to be going on for having some full of surprises, which is going to be known as Suspension Cam Stab Stories and Suspension Cam Tom Jake. Well, I kind of like about 2 spin-off series that Odd Nation Cartoons is actually to be putting up to have some origins, or having a main focus on the main characters is now being part as well to do the setting of the story. Well, I kind of say, if I had to be predicted to see if Jake wins in All-Stars, that would be quite good to see how Tom is going to have to say something to him. Well, you know, LBGTQ stuff that is. Now onto the final turn. Looks like I get the hang of it, but Mikhail Hasal is on the 3rd position, followed by Giorgio Mangalo is on the 2nd, and Takuma Minasono is on the 1st. Then let's go on to the 2nd lap. We'll have to take number 2 and proceed to be on the brake zone towards turn number 1. Slow and steady. I know. If I get nervously scared by Nina, I would not want to be controlled by her when she's going inner demon. It makes me just having some phobia by a puppet who just being living to life. So I just really had to cut up the topic and just had to do some more focus on racing. Okay, looks like Toyota versus Mitsubishi versus Subaru. Okay, looks like the Land Evo 6 is slowing down. I got the 3rd position. Now for the Subaru Impreza on 2nd position. Almost there. Just have 1 454 pickup truck will give it a good success. 4th gear is racking up to have an increased pace. Back on the final sector in number 3, and be on patient to get back on the chicane. Okay, there we go. Got to stay behind on the Subaru Impreza. His teammate Takuma Minasono is always to be driving on the yellow Impreza to stay in the lead. But the final lap might have to go test the skill and go increase the pace by gear number 4. Come on, I have to do this. If I had to go achieve by 2nd or 1st, I just really had to go lift it up like just gonna have to go broken up the curse. Come on, stay behind on the 22B Impreza. The Type R version is still in the lead. This has got to do some proper steering and proper acceleration. So let's have a good check on the weather radar. No sign of rain forecast, just having some minor cloud lookout. Okay, now back on Sector 2. Just almost there. Talk about having a double trouble with impressive when the Tundra TRD Pro is still currently to be driving up and have some more torque on the pace. Okay, got a good opening. Just wait and go back to the final sector in number 3. This could get closer. Oh, so close. The Impreza 22B is in the lead. I can hardly feel it. Just make one more push until the requirement will be met, and then it's going to get closer to be finishing up on second. Alright, there we go. Close call and being tough as nails. So note to self, folks, when using the Tundra TRD Pro, just have 3 stages of weight reduction should be helpful and give it much more exactly to have some racing tires to go fitted and well tested to go on adjustment. But take that, cursed depression. Second place has now been checked and received with a total time on 5 minutes, 14.838 seconds, and Mikhail Hisar's lap time from lap number 3. 1 minute, 45.667 seconds, and I just came in second to go by received by checkmark on the green number 4. Well, that's 36,000 GT credit, and that's how it goes to do some thrill of all-wheel drive racing. And for the clean race, just had to go received by almost 800,000 and around by 45 million. So that's 50 miles of today, and just have to go by receive a replay to do some thumbnail image. We'll have to go down for a preview. Let's go for a quick playback bar option and go around by in the middle. Make it like 3 minutes and just have to be patient and wait. And there we go. One scene of the captured thumbnail by passing the Subaru Impreza 22B STI. Number 4 is now being quick on the shortcut as WTC 800 at Suzuka Circuit is about to be ready up and go for the GT Racing on Group 3 category. Well, good thing having my best sensory, we'll have to do the 5th and final race of the 3rd week of August. We'll have to be prepared to go for the GT race car only. So that's it for good for only one of the kind 4 events specifically to be using on road car. Plus to have 3 different events on the same Volvo 340 T5 art design and a different Japanese road car in all-wheel drive. As I'm about to be choosing and be ready up to have the Toyota Supra GT500 1997 with the UDRS Inspirtech livery will be entered in the next and final race. Hard compound tires is now being set and checked. Minimum requirement to go for a fuel map will do the exactly to have a hold down by endurance. But I just remember back then from the full walkthrough when I was using the Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution X Final Edition Group 3 with my Total Drama OC Hardenik. But I still remember it. It takes a lot of hard work and take many sacrifices by using hard racing compound tires will have to make a final stand. So I just really had to make sure to choose for a better Group 3 car to have a minimum of tire pressure grip. But it'll have to do some help away and have a better possibility Group 3 car will have to stay on focus and watch the tires will have to take some exactly to go for the minimum of short endurance. Let's do this, folks. Rolling start begins in about 3, 2, 1, and I'm off. 20th position for Team UDRS Inspirtech will be facing up on the first corner at turn 1 and 2 by following Angel Inestrosa in the Porsche 911 RSR Type 991 2017. Time to go entered on turn 3 at the consecutive S corners will go smoothed up, find a good line, and stay around by the asphalt of the track with using the apex. Just only one classic GT500 race car is going to have to take some good skills. We'll always have to keep up the good basic to go by a bench of professional. but the torque will have to keep it good exactly to keep a minimum of balance without causing too much oversteer. Here comes the danger curve on turn 8 and go mark on turn 9. There we go. Just go on the average and proceed onward on sector 3. We'll take turn 10 and stop at turn 11 by the hairpin. The competition of the Group 3 car will stay together with a different of a UTRS Insportec livery after the Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution X Group 3 is now taking a break for a few months ago. Have turn 12 to be checked. Now go by the spoon curve on turn 13 and keep a good line together as the same on turn 14. There we go. Just be patient and make the push to go overtake on the Porsche and Adam Wilk in the Ford GT race car 2018. Now I have a good eye on the Alfa Romeo 4C Group 3 on Daniel Solis, while the Lexus RCF GT3 is slowing down, driven by Kei Kawakami. Catskill Triangle up by go and take the exit to go by turn 16 through turn 18. Give it more torque and counter steering will be up tight to be proceed onward on lap number 2. But heads up, fuel map will go shorter to be decreased to be stopped at 76%. I'll have to make sure to keep it careful and save plenty of fuel soon as possible. Okay, I'm on to 16. Now Balsamic Bishop in the Ferrari 458 Italia GT3 on the 15. Just have to go back on the consecutive S turns, smooth in, patient, and watch the taillights. We'll have to keep it tailgated by the signal on the course. Very nice. Down to 23 seconds to go with a high turbocharged RPM. We'll have to keep it well respond on the force feedback. Now for Barilio Gallo on the Honda NSX Group 3 in the 14 in about 3.7 seconds to go as Sector 3 swoops in to be proceed entered along with M. McEwen in the Chevy Corvette C7 Group 3. Time to go kick up the pace and going up into high gear. Back at Zebra to be on turn 12, we'll have to stay around to catch up to the Honda NSX Group 3. But if possible, just grab the Honda NSX GT500. It's very good to be chosen to be recommendable to be using on Japanese racing circuit, or especially on the 8-course layout of Circuit de Saint-Eclairix if it's going to be the next week of the 4th week of August on the challenge. Going up on the torque, out and out on Sector 4. Not today, mistaken turn, just have to go counter and negate it. Let's see the forecast to be sightseeing around on, oh, looks like rain condition incoming. I had to make sure to go proceed exactly in about 4th or 5th lap. Early as ever, just have to be sure to keep a good enough speed and paces to see how Group 3 cars will have to take that rain condition just like last week from Fuji International Speedway. Got a good eye on Coque Lopez. Come on. Just have to keep that torque nice and neat. Danger curve on turn 8. Okay, looks like the blue spots are now being a little bit more shrink. Windshield wipers are turning on. Okay, surface is now going up in the increase. Got to stay on racing hard tires if any drivers will have to do more likely to go to the pits. Come on. Let's give my Toyota Supra GT500 in Sportec. We'll have to go super pace of a UDRS racing style. We'll amp up the good power up on the torque. Go power 1 and catch up with the Corvette C7 Group 3 and Coque Lopez in the BMW M6 GT3 Sprint model. Oh boy, that's not good. That's not good for Nicholas Babiller on the GT3 Endurance model of the BMW M6. Green's out, and other drivers from behind will have to take the yellow, will call in. Okay, fourth lap, time to go defense, and traction's on. Just the traction control whatever I need to have a rain forecast without losing enough grip. Let's see how longer it gets, and I still have 19.1 seconds to go remaining. Other Group 3 cars are now being slowed down as I still got the upper hand advantage. But I can't wait until the rain forecast will have to be stopped at any time. Okay, looks like McEwen is back for more. Let's see how turn 8 danger curve will have to do more. Okay, good enough, and touche. Now gonna have to go up and still on TCS 4 to go down by TCS 3. Hairpin on turn 11 at sector 3. Come on. I still got this. Hold on. Yellow flag's out. Time to go slow down with caution without avoid a penalty. Yeah, looks like Group 3 cars are always having some tough times to be facing in the rain. But in about 41% as I'm about to go proceed onward to have the 5th lap, we'll call in to have some refuel of requirement. But if so, I just really have to stay on racing hard tires. We'll have to stay on a major requirement to go for the minimum objective. So let's do it and give it much more try to see how work it get. Alright, looks like my crew is about to be ready up and go with racing medium tires is now being set and go by exactly by over 100% of the fuel by passing on to the diamond mark. Just sit back and wait, viewers, and give it much more exactly to have my crew to have some different tire compounds set. We'll be up and go. Okay, looks like the other drivers are about to go with racing intermediate and go as ever to be stay on hard. Some other drivers will say that would be impossible to have racing hard tires to face up on the wet surface. So back onto the 13th position, and faster lap time I just keep it monitored as ever to be seen by 2 minutes, 4.914 seconds. Alright, TCS up and wet surface, we'll have to keep it proceed with caution. Okay, exit on sector 1, going back on sector 2 at turn 7, and conga line on the danger curve at turn 8 and turn number 9. Alright, Group 3 cars, let's conga on the lineup. Okay, Martin Grady is now being seen on 10th position in the 2019 Audi R8 LMS Evolution. Corvette's on the 9th, and I still currently to be behind on the 13th position. Got to work up the grip and stay survive in one piece. Okay, Takuma Minosono is now being seen to be driving in the Subaru WRX Group 3 with the original team variation, or Mikhail Hisal. Gotta have to keep a good eye out to see some few other drivers will form up on the lineup conga. Okay, come on. Stay behind with the Ferrari. Now, Catskill Triangle Chicane up by go. Okay, wet surface is now coming up. Now let's go offense and switch up the fuel mat to be back onto 1. 6th lap, 4 more to go. 5th lap is now being surprised and go up on the quick overtake as other racers on intermediate tires to go to the pit. So I have to keep a good watchful eye out. They're about to go quick offense with using the medium and soft racing tires by quick minimum of suggested strategy. Now going up to have turn number 5, goes on by turn 6, back on sector 2 when chasing the Corvette C7 Group 3. And there's a good overtake. Now where the Evolution version of the Audi R8 LMS is on the dirt. Have turn 9 to be exit from the danger curve, go underneath the bridge to be pass on in sector 3 at turn 10. Okay, find a good line, Toyota Supra GT500 UDRS Inspirtec. Working together as a team, and always keep on racing to stay clean and face the rain condition was being passed by a few minutes ago. There we go. Now I'm on the dirt, 2 more to go. Got a good eye on M. Mendoza in the Aston Martin V12 Vantage GT3 is now coming up to have a Michelin themed livery. Okay, got a good eye on the Bilstein. Go right in and overtake the V12 Vantage GT3. Now for the Dodge Viper is in the first position, driven by Ed Portilla. Okay, there we go. Bring the Dodge Viper in at the pits. Going in as ever, and take on the 7th lap by 3 more to go. Alright, very good, excellent racing strategy without using any racing rain tires for only one single session on WTC 800. But I still remember back then because I still going a little bit more modest hot-headed when using a Land Evo Group 3 car. But there it goes, rain coming back, and different direction is now being seen on the arrow by 20 foot square feet. So 19.7 foot square is now being changed up and go decrease. Just hold it in and pass by in. Wind direction is going to decrease as the increased acceleration to go smooth up by the normal average. Okay, so only down to 18.3 seconds on the square beat. Back on the spoon curb. Brake nice and slow. Alright, going full straight. Get back on sector 4. Alright, looks like Matt McEwen in the Chevy Corvette C7 Group 3 just coming a long way on second place, as I still got this in the first position in the lead. By only 3 more laps to go, and the 8th lap is about to go call right in and exactly for the normal lap time by 2 minutes, 5.863 seconds from lap number 7. Time to beat my lap time and go with a quicker struggle and using up on the medium compound tires to use enough grip. But conservative fuel is the main source of management as I had to stay on lean 6. Alright, that's good. Keep it together. Just make the rain go away, and the forecast will have to change back into sunny day. But it's on the late afternoon at Suzuka Circuit, folks. I still got this currently to go achieve by first place on the high rank. That's good on sector 2 once again. Going back on turn 10 and do the hairpin once more on the 8 time at turn 11. Total gap distance of update 11.2 seconds away from the Corvette C7 Group 3. Got to work my mind up and practice well to do some skills on Suzuka to amp up and give it a classic GT500 race car to get the show on the road. So let's see the fuel map. It's only down to 48%. Now it's at 47%. Okay, I still got this. Just make that push and hold down much as I can. But it's no big deal. Okay, very good to be counter up and avoid having an off-track session on turn number 18. 9th lap, penultimate time will be rolling in. And there is a new record update that I just achieved very well. 2 minutes, 4.301 seconds. Now this will have to take the best time before tomorrow, as I just really have to do some breakfast, like having some scrambled eggs and 2 pieces of Pop-Tarts in 1 pack. That's why I just really want to have a cookbook for my birthday, as I really wanted to have some. It's all about having some different way to do some culinary besides other racing activities. But I'm always love to do some racing, to do some full walkthrough and have some video segment. But cooking is very much more important, as I just really had to get down to do some food group of basics. But there it is. Monitor alert on faster lap time from Ryuta Kokubun in 2 minutes, 3.907 seconds. Okay, well, challenge accept, and I'll have to go faster up and beat his lap time any way I can. But conserved fuel is going to be at 35%. Got to slow down, nice and neat. Alright, very good on the spoon curve. Going up straight, climb up a little bit to get there for having a clear flat on the surface on sector 4 to go left turn by out and out. Counter up on the right side of the car. Good touch on the apex. Okay, it's only down to the final lap, you guys. Number 9 is done, and number 10 on the way. This will get closer after I just spend a lot of warm-up preparation to go for less, and this single session is going to have to take a total time by almost 20 minutes. We'll go up and over. So here it goes. Moderation Clean Racing GT500 Super Pace in Sport Tech. Doria, and let's roll. Alright, Boss Beat Beer Boys is climbing up on 2nd place along with Iko Praka from the 3rd. Takuma Minasono is here on the 4th position along with his teammate Mikhail Hisel is on the 5th. But I still got this in the back, viewers. Team UDRS and Sportec will always have to keep a good Japanese GT500 race car to go perfect proud Japanese racing circuit on Suzuka. 2 more sectors to go, and do the 10th time on turn 11 hairpin to go by clear perfection on the lap. It should make one good right turn direction to go around to have turn 12 to stay steady up. Good line check. One more time on the smooth curve. Good efficient on the grip. Will give it more power at 1. So I'm coming home to the finish line, viewers. Team Sportec will have to win the race. Alright, the gloves are coming up. Make that final turn, and exactly to be marked on the chicane at the Catskill Triangle. Go by corner and mark on the line apex through apex. Alright, looks like it's done. First place and race number 5 in the third week of August for the WTC 800 goes to me for having both thrill of the clean success on first place. 5th checkmark has now been achieved, and solid fine work. Now, this is going to have to take 21 minutes, 36.023 seconds when using the Toyota Supra GT500 1997 without having lost amount of tire grip. Despite of having one pit stop due to the rain condition is now being seen in the middle of the race. But average turns out to be A-OK and very good for this part of the racing segment. So that's 252,000 GT credit to go receive, and adding up with a clean race bonus. Well, quick check, and already received a 500,000 Gran Turismo credit as well. Now final replay, we'll have to go by choosing up on the duration by playback in position. But hold on, that was from the cutscene before I'm about to go to the pit. Just hang on, I just really had to come to think of it during the weather forecast on the rain. There is the main part of the scene when Group 3 cars are about to go Conda lineup in formation during the wet surface. Let's have to be patient and wait for the captured thumbnail image. We'll go by picture perfect. That was on turn number 6. And there you go. Just have one thumbnail image has now been shown, and have number 5 of the content replay will be saved and check. Alright, so it's all done for now, and payday turns out to have a good sweet sweeten of success for a credit. It's all done for now on the third week of August, and very good to have some different challenges to be using with 3 cars and 5 events by the segment. One for the Volvo V40 T5R design to be racing on Kyoto Driving Park Gemagiwa in European Sunny Cup 400, 1-man category at Odger Norwood Reverse Dragon Trail Seaside in Race of Turbo Sports Car, followed by on Japanese 4-wheel drive challenge 600 at the Nürburgring Sprint by using the Tundra TRD Pro 2019, and of course the Toyota Supra GT500 1997 at Suzuka Circuit in World Touring Car 800. Progress has now been labeled by 100% complete, as we're about to move on forward in about 4 days left by 4th week of August. But I can't wait, you guys. This will have to take another special event if we have to find out soon enough if it's going to be the second round for the BAC Mono in the 1-man category. Highlighted to be heading back to the GT Garage will collect a payday for having some special reward. And for having reward challenge, just have 19 available gifts will be selected to have some expiration to go for a reminder. So let's start out to have some 3 credit ticket with 500,000. We'll go grand total of 800,000. And there you go. 46,851,994 credits. Now, let's have some 4-star roulette ticket to get set and go on the way. Here's 4-star number 1. Give me some good luck of chance. Oh, so close to get the Porsche invitation and 1 purple Dodge Charger SRT Hellcat 2015. Alright, very good. And have a good scene on the Michelin tire is now also to be shown. That's a good plum crazy to have a nice paint job color. I'll have to keep this in the garage and store it in as well. Number 2 4-star ticket coming up, you guys. Let's cook up and have some prizes will be received. Come on, so very close to have 1 million GT credit, and I got myself a 2015 Subaru BRZ S. That's a good one, and a WR Blue Pearl indeed. So that's 2 of the received prize card of today, and go buy 3 4-star ticket to open up and receive it to go for cooking up another prize. So I really hope if I get another car, or wow, I cannot believe it. My luck just barely paid off. That's car number 3 is very good on the fortune. I just got myself a Honda Civic Type R limited edition FKA 2020. No matter this is going to be my lucky day. Just have 4-star roulette ticket will receive to have some car prices. That's number 3 of the same car, exactly what I want. Now for 4-star ticket number 4. This will have to take a 2016 Audi R8 B10 Plus. Nope, close enough. 30,000 GT credit. That should do very well, and adding up by 46,881,994 credits. Alright, number 5 4-star roulette ticket coming up, and see some prices. Which one should I get? Darn, so close to get 1 million credits, and ends up to have a low chance of rarity by 10,000 GT credit. Alright, so number 6 4-star ticket coming up. Come on, Lady Luck, give me a high chance of prizes. Well, snap on the pretzel stick. Another 10,000 GT credits. That should be good enough, or maybe exactly just have to do by having number 7 4-star ticket, and that's it for now. Alright folks, number 7 coming up, and which one should I have to take a best pick? And there's another Nissan C Performance 2023. Good on the white, and good on the Michelin tire is exactly for having a 4th car of the row. Brilliant silver and good trim on the black. Wow, I kinda say if I really had to do some more cars to be collected, that should be the right time to go stop by at the used car dealership and start making some more credits. So, 3rd week of August just did very good to have a sweetened success to have some 3 credit ticket for only 1 single week. Just like having some other events to go with 1 car, we'll face up to have some 3 events to go by participation. 1 for the European Sunny Cup 400, race a turbo sports car, and 1 main category along with a 454 pickup truck at the Nürburgring Sprint, and 1 Japanese GT500 race car at Suzuka Circuit like the Toyota Supra GT500 with my UDRS in Sportec. And also to have the latest newest kind of a color variation on the Volvo V40 T5 Art Design 2013 with an Odd Nation Cartoons theme livery. Just like the original to be colored in purple, but I have to come up with a better idea to have some new different kinds of color scheme and different car numbers to have a better creativity to serve up and go for the 1 make category. That would be a much more better creativity to go with style of colors, as I'm about to be planned and prior to have DreamArt livery style dispenser. We'll do the next phase on race car category to be featured on Group 4 and Group 3. Not to mention that there is also to have a different kind of an animated reality TV show called Reality Resort, but I just really enjoyed watching the first episode. If I ever think to come up with a different kind of a reality animated TV show, that would be quite suitable to go on to the local racing circuit to have some different set of characters, or putting them to have some method like Total Drama and Nissan GT Academy. But my idea is, if I had to come up to have a different animated reality TV show like Dispenser Cam and Reality Resort, but my brainstorming might have to come up with something else to do some better set of racing environment. But I know, I just really want to come up to have my very own kind of an animated show, which is gonna be a different kind of a contest TV show to take place on a different racing circuit based off from the real life track. But it takes a lot of serious hard work if I had to come up with something else to do racing, challenges, and get behind the wheel. So what do you guys think? If I had to come up with something else to have a racing reality TV show to get behind the wheel and do some challenges, well, maybe without having a drama, if so, but I don't know. Any kinds of decision might have to come up with a storyline or do some planned up idea if I had to become as a different character who really does to do some hosting on contests. Maybe if I have to think about it, or I'll have to go continue on to have some preparation to do some 8 driving missions in the human comedy, as I'm about to wrap this up before at the end of the video. So, it takes time, and I still have a reminder we'll have to do some participation on special lap time challenges on the Mercedes AMG Fastest Time Attack at WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca, and 2 additions on the Honda Racing EMS GT Fastest Attack 2024 with Challenge Class and Under 17 class at Circuit de Spa Francorchamps with using the Honda RA272 1968. But it takes time, but live stream, we'll always have to be here and have a date of reminder will be scheduled to be on the set. So thank you for enjoying watching the video on Gran Turismo 7. I hope you enjoyed. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel for a like, comment, then click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos if you'd like to see. Follow me on DeeperNet Art, Instagram, Twitter, GT Planet, Patreon, Discord, and more social media platforms. Plus, membership are now open to everyone. Will join to get access for price levels a month with exclusive perks, custom emoji with my OCs, and many features to support the channel. It's the best way to help and grow by giving a super thanks as an extra. I'll be see you guys next time on Gran Turismo 7, and I look forward to see you again in the next video. Keep on racing, stay clean.